And right now, you see, we got back into the mainland. So we're gonna be following the riverside, go to the Your House and Gardens to have some packed lunch and see the gardens. And then we're gonna be moving forward to the Orleans House Gallery and then proceed again to the riverside onto Marble Hill, where you got a very, very old house. So we're gonna go and see that too. And then move back on riverside on our way to Richmond. So yes, that's gonna be our walking tour itinerary today.
As you see, they have a Twickenham rowing club as well, so all down Richmond, Chiswick, Putney. They're really big in rowing and practicing, obviously, because they've got the Thames here. So we've just found this footpath that led behind a church, and yeah.
We thought it was the perfect spot for lunch before we find the Your House Gardens, because it can be a bit tricky to find the entrance to those gardens. So we thought, let's just stop here for lunch. We're hungry. And what we got? James got these Munchie seeds, 7-seed mix. Then we both got the vegan falafel and hummus wraps, as you guys saw, reduced. We found them last night.
Saved us $2.80 each, so you know that's a big saving. So.
That's a good one, yeah. Then we got some salt and vinegar crisps, and obviously we got drink, and then a couple of mini chocolate cakes.
So yeah, that's for lunch. Well, this is all Fran's lunch anyway.
No.
So this is lying. It's not all for it's not all for sharing. So
Just to share.
yeah. Very beautiful with these little light bulbs here.
I know.
There's a nice atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
So one of my favourite words, very tranquil. Place is a gem.
Yeah.
And
mind blowing, as you say.
mind blowing. That's the one. Yeah. Nice. We're going to be heading straight down to
the Orleans or Orleans, depending how you pronounce it, House Gallery.
This is what, you know, when you go to the UK, you want to see really the kind of nice etiquetteness, the kind of posh and you know, privateness really. It's just, everything's really clean, well done around here.
Nice.
Really
nice,
quiet
yeah.
as well, and it just feels like you were in some part more closer to London anyway, with these kind of terrace houses going to the left of us.
But yeah,
So-
it still feels like, even though it's zone 4, I think, Twickenham.
No, it's on 5.
Zone 5,
Yeah.
yeah, it still feels very much out. It's got really nice little town feel, rather than you don't think this is London actually.
You feel like you're in London, but you're not in London a little
Yeah.
bit. So you still feel quite out, a bit breathable, and less of the hustle and bustle.
free entry.
That's what we like to hear.
That's what we're doing here.
And provides a really nice ground.
Yeah.
So, very good.
It's definitely Orléans rather than Orleans, if it's got French connections. This is the only view to be legally protected by an Act of Parliament. This Arcadian vista has remained virtually unchanged for centuries. An attractive artist such as Turner Reynolds who immortalized it in paint. And this is York House, which is seen. Then this is Orleans House Gallery. And then down there should be the Marble Hill House.
Okay, the next destination is Marble Hill.
Which is only open from May to October. So if you want to see it inside, you'll have to come here in the spring and summer. Yeah.
Oh, there's a nice path. I can see it. Let's go. So yeah, guys, so we're just on the trail now, and we can see the house in front of us.
Yes.
And yeah, this house used to belong to
Henrietta Howard, the mistress of King George II and friends with Alexander Pope. She lived here for 40 years.
Henrietta was orphaned by 12, domestically abused and impoverished as a wife, forbidden by her husband to see her son, partially deaf and precariously placed at the Georgian royal court. Despite these challenges, Henrietta never gave in, creating Marble Hill, her bid for freedom.
One is original and one is a 2019 replica. Can you identify which one?
let's have a look.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go with the left as the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the little bit of defects so.
Yeah, to me it's always the breast of the peacock.
Oh, okay.
If you have a look at that, it's much more defined now.
And the house was actually cut into public hands in 1902 when the Cunard family bought it, and they thought, oh, this is good, we've got 60 acres, rotten old house, let's knock the house down and make it a housing estate and make loads of money. So just about before they were going to knock the house down, all the residents in Petersham and up there on Richmond Hill who overlook this went, hang on, we do not want to look at a housing estate.
That's good.
And it's a beautiful view of the Thames. So they lobbied Parliament.
Imagine this becomes new builds and stuff. Oh, it'd be
But
dreadful.
it's the only view in the whole country is protected by an Act of Parliament.
Okay.
So nobody can build on it now. So
That's
it then
good.
went into public hands. So
Yeah.
it's been in public hands for quite a long time, nearly 120 years
It's nice
now.
everyone wants to still keep it that way, really.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks very much. Really good. Thank you. Cheers. Oh, so yeah, guys, a lot of knowledge, a lot of history, and a lot of information.
That's good.
And a lot of things went over my head. But no, excellent. The main thing I picked up is just the current kind of things that she was mentioning about things that get loaned and stuff on the V&A. I thought that was really interesting. Makes sense really how sometimes these heritage sites get these pieces and as well as purchase them from auction and stuff.
Yes. To recreate the environment.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, that they get funded to get those obviously furniture and stuff. So, but the women, the guy, everyone, all the personnel there, really
Pleasant.
nice, really helpful.
Yeah. I think they might be volunteers because obviously we didn't pay to go in, so I think they're probably volunteering their time
Yeah,
to the house.
and I guess
Yeah.
it's just open to the public again.
Yeah.
So they want to make a good effort, good situation.
Yeah,
so.
like one of the girls explained that they only opened it last month and
Yeah.
it had been under restoration for so many years. So what a treat that we managed to visit it for free and yeah, to get like a guided tour pretty much of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally had no questions. Well, I had a few questions to ask, but we didn't really need to ask much because
Yeah.
they were just explaining everything.
To us, yeah.
Yeah. After Marva Hill House now, we're going to head south towards Richmond, which is on the Thames path that goes adjacent to the Thames. And last time, a few years back, we was down this area and we took a small little boat across that from the Twickenham area
Yeah.
to Richmond for about €1 or two.
Yeah, pound. Yeah, it was a
Oh, pound,
called
sorry.
Hammerton's Ferry.
Yeah.
I saw the little
It was,
plaque. Like,
yeah, it was literally 30 to 50 seconds
Yeah,
really,
it's
and
really
it was
fast.
very, very ideal. The
Yeah.
guy made a killing, and everyone was all happy ever after. So. Shame, not quite the season yet. Probably next month these will be nice and ripe and we can pick our berries in. Hopefully dogs don't piss on it.
yeah.
Okay guys, here's Richmond now. Yeah, I think we missed that small little boat and ferry that you can take across for about £1. So yeah, we're gonna just probably, we've never been on this side actually, go straight ahead and then there's probably like a small little bridge to the right. But no, we walked on that side a few times when we came down here. There's some nice pub, open area that people sit and eat and drink. It's got a good vibe, quite buzzing. And then obviously you got all the boats and the canoes and stuff that people do and activities. So yeah guys, so yeah, nearly at Richmond now, so this concludes our video for the day then.
Yeah.
There's plenty to see around here, plenty to do, so if you've got a full day for yourself, head on down really. And then on the plus side, once you do the tour, then you can go into Richmond and enjoy Richmond as well, with more parks and venues to do. So it's a win-win
Yes.
down here. So anyway, thanks very much for tuning in and we see you guys next time.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.